Hello, 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 and welcome back to Anywho, the podcast. We've gone on a very, 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 very long break. I can't remember how long it's been, how many weeks we haven't gone, but we're finally back, and I'm back with Mr. Michael Kure.
Yup. I'm here. Thank you for having me once again.
I don't know if to say we or I apologize for the long hiatus for everybody who has been waiting for a new episode to drop. It's finally dropping. Hopefully, actually. If you're listening to this, then it's actually dropped. But anyways, apologies for the unforeseen hiatus. We basically took a break for the end of the year, although it was impromptu, and yeah, we didn't know we were taking the break either. But welcome back once again. So let me ask a question. How many unread messages do you have right now?
About 200 plus.
I should probably join you in the laugh, so because I probably have a lot more than that. But, we live in this era of constant noise. If your phone isn't buzzing, you think it's broken. If you don't reply to a message in 10 minutes, people think you have beef with them. It can get exhausting. So we all talk about needing a break every now and then, about digital minimalism and protecting our mental health. But very few of us actually have the guts to disconnect. We are afraid that if we go offline, the world would leave us behind. But one of us actually pressed the nuclear button. And for 30 days, almost 30 days, Mr. Kure here completely vanished from his main WhatsApp line. No status updates, no group chats, just silence. So, Michael, how does it feel to be back in the noise?
So I was saying it's a very wonderful feeling, to be honest. It's like a liberating feeling. I feel at least people should be trying it for like maybe once in like 2 months or 3 months. You would really enjoy it.
Okay, so before we get into the lessons you learned, could you paint the picture for the listeners? Because from my end, well, I already know how it went, but for you, why did you go on this month-long hiatus from WhatsApp? What actually triggered this? Did you wake up one morning and just decide to throw your SIM card away? What was the breaking point, should I say?
Show my SIM card, do we care? How my beef could you reach out? Okay. Um so it's not really like a one thing that's pushed everything. It's like how everything adds up. It's like everything just coming in, and then you are now tipped off the edge by one final thing. You are like, okay, this is the last straw. I'm going to go offline. So different things. One that I always had it in mind. I wanted to do something like that, like for a very long time. And another thing was normally I really don't like replying to messages normally, and I hated every time because I try my best at least within like 3 days to reply everyone that chats me up. So
You're
I
even better
hated the
than
fact
me,
that
actually.
you don't you forget it totally.
Yeah. Not the replying
No,
bit.
but don't worry.
At least you
Yeah,
set a date.
yeah, but don't worry. You get to know about me. You know the new me now. I'm talking about the old me. So the old me used to care that much. So and I hated when I come to your DM, I'll tell, oh, I'm so sorry, I missed your message, and then start explaining. And then another thing was that I think I watched the podcast and it got to me because a lot of people were now coming to my DM because they wanted something. Oh, help me with this. And okay, maybe like an editing or something. And probably not people that want to pay you. So I was like, come on, these people are just see finish. My ideal clients are not in my contacts. So it just added up and it was, I think what's the month before November 7th? That was October. Yeah. So I
October.
was just like, Yeah, so when November was coming up, I was just like, oh, let me just try this for the whole of November and be offline. So yeah, everything just added up and I did it.
You finally you pulled the plug, as the metaphorical plug.
Yes, the nuclear button.
You mentioned that, like, well, when we were chatting, um, that you felt like people were, for lack of a better word, bugging you, and they weren't actually your ideal audience, or they weren't adding value. So, from looking at it from the outside, that's a very business minded way of looking at your like contact list. So was it like hard at all to make the cuts? Did you like to realize that I'm spending a lot of hours talking to people who actually don't matter to my goals? Was it hard to be like, wait,
Okay.
wait?
Okay. So first, let me take the point that you said it's kind of like a business minded way of me seeing the relationship when WhatsApp is like chatting with friends. It's actually supposed to be like you just checking up on friends and having fun. But
Yeah.
I saw something on your status that you said that every friendship gets to this point at some point in time. Do you remember? Do you remember
Yep,
what you
yep, yep.
posted?
I do remember that.
What did you post? Let's
It was
post what you're
every
about to say.
every friendship comes to a point where dash 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 dash, and it's a lady who's just drinking, and then she just all of a sudden stops and she's like, we need to come up with a business idea.
Exactly. So like I feel it gets to a point in one's life that or more maybe from a result of you being broke that I feel like your friendships shouldn't just be like cruise, you guys talking about football or talking about ladies and if you are not doing things that would make you to have money or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
that was like one thing that, just my mindset was kind of, money focused at that point, reality
yeah. Yeah.
setting in. So, and it wasn't hard for me to cut off with people because it's not everybody that I cut off from. Like you now, there were people that because I have two numbers, my normal WhatsApp and my business line. So now this is not advisable for people that are very, for instance, now you can't just cut off from maybe your distant uncle or a very close, like a very, very close friends. Real close friends are not that much. So very close friends or very important people in your life. So like you now, I told you that, oh, this is what I'm doing, but I have a different WhatsApp number. For instance, now CDS, there were some people that there are people that I serve together with, and I'm like, oh, they might give some updates in group, and if I'm not there, well, let it not come as for my show. So
Yeah,
keep
I get
people like
you.
that. I reached out to them with my second number. Then my uncle that we chatted once in a while, I reached out to him. So like, if I had the deep, I would have told her also if I did it. So let's leave that part.
I
So
feel honored.
really,
I just want to say that I feel honored to be in this special echelon of people.
no one now, you get sense. Oh, well, in case other people listen to this message and I can reach out to them, I'm not saying that you didn't have sense, but Abdulaziz will be more than yours. I'm sorry. So, yeah, so like it is actually strategic. So people that I knew would add a lot of value to my life also. So yeah, that's what I did. Then the rest of the people I just cut off, get out. S-
Get out of here, man.
Yeah, so that's that about that.
I see. Well, okay. Well, so you disconnected. You found focus, should I say? You probably expected, in a way, maybe deep down, you probably expected that as you left, your absence would be felt. Everybody's like,
Definitely,
where is
definitely.
Michael? The internet is still
Yes.
flat without him. Where did Michael go? Oh my God. Ah,
Bro,
but you told me, you told me something. I don't know if to say it's funny, but
yes.
told me how many people actually reached out via your phone call. So, if you could share the phone number with the class.
My own phone number or the phone number of the
Sorry,
girl.
could you share the number of people that called?
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah.
I think about two people. One person was because there was like we had an unfinished business on WhatsApp. He was asking me for something. So that's why he called. He said he didn't see me online. So he called. And then I sent it was a picture that he wanted. So I sent it to him on Telegram.
Okay, just two
Two people.
people. Okay,
Yeah.
so 2 to 3 people. Um, let's be honest. As I said, maybe deep down you felt that your presence would be felt more. But the fact
Yeah,
that not
that's the
many
aspect I
people,
wanted to enter. So
the fact that not many people actually reached out, did that hurt your feelings? Even just a little bit. We all have a bit of a
not
baby
even a
Hamlet
little, bro.
syndrome.
Not even a little, bro. A lot. Like exactly, yeah. And that's why I'm saying that people should try this. Just what you said about everyone feels they are the main character of their lives, which is very true. But you know that effect now when a main character is not in a movie, how a movie would feel. But
Yeah,
in my
exactly.
own case, it's, we take it that way, which is not like the reality. So the reason
Yeah.
why I'm saying this is because of like what you said, right? So I thought a lot of people will be like, let me call this guy. I haven't seen Michael online for days. I'm like, whoa, Michael, he has like dope content on his status. Like his status are so funny, are so educative, are so, bro, I've missed Michael's status, but no. Nobody reached out and said, bro, I haven't seen you. It's crazy, bro.
Mm,
I was hurt. I was hurt. But it also opened my eyes here. It's like that awareness that you know that, bro, people don't really care that much the way you feel you are
like
that
they do.
important to their lives.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I felt really
Mm,
bad.
yeah, I feel like if I did the same thing, I probably my status are not as fun, so maybe less people would be worried. They're just like, oh,
Your
this one
status
doesn't
is,
really reply in a normal self. Well,
yeah, bro, your status is entertaining.
oh, that's nice to hear.
Yeah, I saw the one that you posted how, how you feel you look when you're wearing a hoodie. You feel like you are Sam Jiwoo in solo leveling. While in real life, you are just like an ugly puppy wearing a hoodie.
Oh my God, I found that so relatable. Oh God,
Yeah.
yeah, it
It's,
does
it's,
happen, isn't it?
yeah.
So anywho, you were gone for a month or almost a month. You had your peace, or what? You had your clarity, and you had your silence. But you came back eventually. And from what I heard from a little birdie, it wasn't because you missed us. So
Nope.
if you'd care to share with us why you came finally logged back in before the month was even fully up.
Well, let's say I betrayed myself. So what
The
happened was
way.
that the studio that I used to work before, there was a job that we did but weren't paid. So someone from the studio called me. I was like, "Whoa, you are not online." I was like, "Yeah, I'm not online." It was like they asked for people's information on because we have a group. So it was like they
Yeah.
asked for people information that I
Mm.
should try to fill it. So I didn't tell him that, oh, I'm on a sabbatical or something on be online. I thought, this he said information now. Which information did he need apart from my account number? So so I quickly downloaded because I totally deleted WhatsApp. So I quickly downloaded WhatsApp and logged back in, and then the messages were coming. Although I saw a few messages, one was carrying. There was a lady that actually said, "Oh, she hasn't." But what she did was actually chatted me there on WhatsApp. She was like, "Oh, she hasn't,
Seen you in a
heard from
while.
me in a while." Yeah,
Yeah,
but it was on WhatsApp, and so people were like, "Oh, there's this video that I want you to," stuff like that. I was like, "People are not serious." So I went to the group. Long story cut short, it was not my account information that they wanted.
yeah.
It was wanted the room that we played in the video, and I was bumped, but I didn't tell them. I still had hope. I thought, they will still send us money, but
Yeah.
it didn't go that way. So what I did was that I still because
the online status I removed it, so people didn't know that I was still online. So
Yeah.
I did not reply to any message still, apart from, the message on the group about the information. So I just pretended I didn't break my own rules and I went offline again. But I didn't delete WhatsApp because it was almost 30 days. It was, I was almost done.
Yeah. Yeah. Peace is nice, but the bank alert is nicer. In Nigeria, yeah, but you can try to be a digital minimalist, but capitalism will always find you. I guess for those of us who only have one, or not us, I'm not part of them. But those of us that only have one number, it probably be harder. But if you have two numbers, then you could have the other number as the capitalist number, so you can get all your money from there.
Exactly.
Mm.
Yeah. For all you laymen that don't understand what it means is that you have business line and for common people line. So
Yeah.
business and personal.
Business and common people line. So, moving forward, like
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier, yeah, I was talking to the Michael of before. You were describing the Michael of before, not the Michael of now. So how have you changed how you use the app right now, or are you just back fully?
Yeah, I'm back, but yeah, I'm back in a different way. So, like I told you, I learned a lot of things. I learned that if things are very important to people, they would call you.
Yeah.
So, like the other person that wanted something from me, he called me and told me that, oh, he needed me to send him this. And then for other people, for things that were not very important, that's where they would actually die on a text message. And for them not to surpass a text message, it only shows how unimportant that really was. So, for instance, now, like the people that said, oh, they wanted me to edit a video for them for something,
Yeah.
for them not to reach out to me again through a phone call, it's just to show that it wasn't that important to them.
Yeah, it wasn't
Or
that
we found someone else, which is still good for me. So, like, I, that's what I just understood that if something is really, really important, like this other one that they were asking for my information, even though it wasn't important to me, when they
Yeah.
really wanted me, they called me and said I wasn't online. So that's
Mm.
one thing that I learned, that if something is really important, it's not just through WhatsApp that they reach out to you. Then the second is that I am the main character in my own life, in my own eyes, not in other people's eyes. So
Okay.
like the way that other people didn't really care that I was offline, like it just opened my eyes to the reality of things, that the same way I'm selfishly thinking about myself and the things that I'm doing, that's the same way other people are thinking about themselves.
Mm.
So I'm not the main character in their lives. I'm not the god in their lives. So yeah, it opened my eyes to that, and then it made me care less about the WhatsApp life, in the
Mm.
aspect that I told you that before. I would try my best to reply to your message in like three
Yeah.
days or even less. Well, with that realization, I understood that I will reply you when I want to reply you. Not that you know I have anything against, or like it's not a job. It's not the end of the world if I don't reply you. It's not something crazy. And I don't have to
Mm.
apologize because I'm busy. I don't have to enter your DM and be like, oh, except maybe it's someone older than me or something like that. I don't have to enter your DM and be like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't reply to your message or stuff like that. So it took that pressure from me. That's why I said I have like 200 plus messages. And if you don't remind me, maybe through a phone call, or you sometimes, like, we just forget and messages pile up upon another. So chat me up again and be like, yo, you can send a reminder just for me to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or if you don't send, or any day that I enter your DM, I'll reply you. If I don't enter, just be resting like that. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's the new approach that I have towards
That's
WhatsApp.
cool. I wish I
Yeah,
could I could reach that level of not caring as much. Well, I never really apologized to anyone of nonchalance. Yeah. I wish I never really did apologize, but I'd always feel the guilt whenever I saw a message that I hadn't replied to. I'd be like, oh no, I haven't replied. Oh my God. Well, how do you you don't feel the guilt no more. You just like do you is it that you don't open WhatsApp or you open WhatsApp like when you see a message now, do you just say anywho and then scroll past or
Okay, like different things happen here. Okay,
yeah,
let me give you like a few two scenarios. So one could just be, how your mind is just programmed that when you enter WhatsApp, just a little bit in people's status. I
yeah,
know.
yes.
So sometimes I just check people's status and then I check the chats, but it's not every time. And because I have a lot of chats, okay, the first ones that I get, I'll just be, when,
Okay, Mr. Popular.
yeah, serious. Some people might just be like, "Hey, good morning," also, or they reacted to your own status or something.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
are
yeah.
these are not really, really important. So, like, I just feel the energy. When you reply to someone's message, there is a tendency that they will reply again, and you guys start another chatty tea.
Chat, yeah, yes.
And I really don't have the energy for that one. So when I see that it's not a message that is important, that if I give you one answer, you just keep,
Yeah.
I will just decide that, oh, whenever I have the energy, I'll reply. Well, there are some that they just get mixed in and you don't see them, even though like they are
Oh,
important, but you don't see them on time. So
yeah.
that's
They get mixed in the fold.
that's
I can relate to that. It definitely happens. I'll just see a message a couple days later and be like, whoa, how did I not see this message?
that.
Mm. So now if a friend, just a random friend confronts you, whether if maybe in real life, they confront you now and say, Michael, you've been online but you not replied to me. What would be your response?
Oh, if it's real life now, I have to apologize, because for the other person, they are the main character in their own story. And they will feel bad if I tell them that, oh, I see your message, I know just been sent, I know get the energy. It would be, so you have to
Yeah,
now
it's
turn the
yeah.
polite kind of thing. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, bro. Plenty messages just the enter, no vex, no vex. I will reply you now. Then you enter, then you reply and stuff like that. So that's what I would do.
You put on your
Cause I'm gonna tell you to
emoji.
your face, bro. You have to, like, there are some things that people don't understand. So
Yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
play along with them.
That's a well, I guess if it's offline, you do gotta apologize. You're like, whoopsie.
Yeah,
Turns out I didn't say a
exactly.
message. Woo. Well, this leads us perfectly into a game we're gonna play just right now. Um, what should we name this game? Let's call it Kiss, Marry, Kill Online Edition. So I'm going to give you a type of WhatsApp message that you might receive, and you have to decide how to handle it, like with your new mindset, should I say? With your new mindset, yeah.
Not
Okay, but in this case, it's not kissing or marrying or killing. You would be replying, archiving the chat, or blocking the number. So, scenario number one, a number you haven't
okay.
saved has messaged you saying, long time no see, boss, just checking on you. Well, well, I don't know about you, Mr. Kure, but sometimes when that happens, it's sometimes leads to billing. Um, but we would give the person the benefit of the doubt. Maybe it might not, maybe it will. But what's your decision? Would you reply? Would you just leave it there, or would you like block the number?
Okay, I know that I have to fit this into one category, but let me just tell you something.
Okay,
Okay,
okay, go ahead.
the category would be easy there because I literally have someone in my DM right now that person was like, "Hey, my bro, how far?" So I saw the message, but I didn't have the mental energy to check. So when I have the mental energy, I would enter and be like, "Yo, what's up?" So yeah, I will probably just leave it there until I feel like, or until God answers his prayer.
Saying I'm going to God answer his prayers. Okay. Well, we'll go with are we going to archive his chat? So the next one, a friend.
Yeah.
Should we say a close friend? I feel like the answer might be different if it's a close friend versus just a a friend. Well, let's just say a friend. You can specify if it's a close friend. A close friend sends you a 7-minute voice note about their relationship
Jesus
drama,
Christ. Okay.
and it's about their relationship drama or something. I don't know. So, what would you do? Would
Okay.
you reply? You'd listen to the whole thing? Would you leave it there yet again, or you like maybe listen to it like much later, like whenever you feel, or you just call them maybe?
I'll listen to it and put it on 2x speed or
Oh,
1.5x
that is
because
better actually.
yeah, I'm glad you said this because it's something that happened to me recently.
Really?
So
Like
yeah,
specifically about
it's that
someone's relationship drama?
yeah, exactly, but not like a 7 minutes, but like multiple voice notes, and they were all addressing the same things. So it got
Wow.
tired to some point, and I just s- like increase the speed of everything, and I just give one reply. And when I realized that this person was giving another voice note, then I realized that I couldn't change the person's mind. So I just agreed to the person's decision and
I
see that the
got
person
you.
won't send me more voice notes. Yeah, exactly. You do like when you're trying to convince someone and the person like doesn't align with
Yeah.
what you are trying to tell them.
Yes,
And you need
yes.
that almost if you continue, like you guys will just be
It's
going in
gonna drag
circles.
out. It's gonna
Yeah,
drag out. Yeah, I get you. I
yeah.
get
And
you actually.
I don't like voice notes. I love you posted the video where I don't know
Yes.
if you're the one that posted the video
I am though.
where
I
like
don't know if
when
he was talking about the one I did, but I definitely did. I do remember posting a video on my status about
the
um
voice notes, right?
yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
what's his name? Rowan
Uh,
Atkinson, Mr. Bean.
I thought it was Atchison.
Well, I don't know how to
Yeah,
pronounce his name. There's an A, there's a
I
K
think you're
somewhere, and
right.
then there's SON.
Yeah,
I don't
okay,
know.
Atkins. Yeah, I think
Atkinson.
Atkinson. Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
yes, yes,
But
yes.
when like, yeah, Mr. Dean. So he was talking about voice notes, like you shifting, let's say the responsibility or the stress on the
Yeah,
other person.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
because voice notes are faster, and the other person is
Exactly.
typing.
Yeah,
So when the
exactly.
other person too now sends a voice note, you're like, oh my god, and then you know, it's back and
Yeah.
forth thing.
No matter how me, I like voice notes are what's faster, they're easier for you as the sender to send. But for as the
Exactly.
receiver, it's like a whole this mental workload. You have to listen to this voice note and then reply.
True.
Reading is always easier as a receiver of a message. Mm. Okay, so moving on to the next scenario.
Yeah.
A generic, the new year is upon us and you always get these messages. I know I got a few. One or two might have been from our campmates. But the generic Happy New Year, Happy New Month message from someone,
Oh, I leave it. I want to archive it, but I'll leave it.
you just leave it
Like
there.
I won't
Yeah.
reply you. Yeah, I'll leave it until maybe one day I react to your status or you greet me for something differently. So I'll now go back and be like, oh, Happy New Year. Because like they are so freaking generic. Like, okay,
They
if
are,
I see
man. They
notification,
are.
if I see a small notification and I see something like Happy New Year, Michael, and there's something else attached to it, then I know that, oh, okay, this was particular to me.
Yes,
And give
yes,
it a
yes.
thought. But if I just see a generic one, like, bro, you put on your status Happy New Year. It's enough for everybody. You don't have to send me to my DM.
Yeah, yeah. Honestly, I was like, well, yeah, it happens. And if it's what if it's from like somebody that you as a person respect? Will they be the
Oh,
same treatment? Like, oh, yeah, it's still the same, whatever, whatever.
if I see it, okay, it's just that it,
Tough decision to make, huh?
yeah, I'll reply. I'll try my best to reply them, but not still compulsorily.
Yeah, I get you.
But
Yeah,
they
yeah.
are on a higher hierarchy for me.
Yes, they would probably take it better. Do you know? I just imagined
Yeah,
right now, like someone sends you a New Year message on January 1st, and on
yeah.
February on the 15th of February, they posted something on their status, and you reacted, and you happen to see their message, their New Year message, and you're like, "Oh, Happy New Year!" 1.5 months later.
True, like that would even be better. There could be people I would see like 3 months after or even 6 months, maybe where we are passing out
Wow.
in our NYX. I'll figure out,
Wow.
oh, Happy New Year. Or do you know the dressing? I will just forget that part and pretend it didn't
It
happen.
never happened. Yes.
Yeah,
I recently was
skip
scrolling through my WhatsApp messages and I just saw a message from like 5 months ago, and I was like, okay, I don't know when the next time I'm gonna communicate with this person is. But if we do have
yeah.
to communicate, what should I do? Should I just ignore the fact that he asked me a question and I forgot to reply and just start a new message like,
Oh,
oh, that never happened?
okay, there's something that I did recently, so I just used this sticker. Like I entered the person's DM. I wanted to ask the person something, and I realized that the person has sent me a message. So I just used, that kind of like awkward face sticker. I was like, oh, and I used it on the person's chat, and I just turned it into a playful thing.
A joke, yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
exactly,
one option. Just make it a humorous exchange. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Moving on to the final scenario.
Okay.
We're all parts of groups. Sometimes groups that we don't really want to be in, but for some reason we have to be in the group. So a group where 90% of the messages are like spam or just not important messages at all, but 10% might
Archive,
be a job opportunity.
archive,
Eh,
archive,
so I think,
archive.
like, I don't even like, not irrespective. I want to say irrespective of if it's actually important or not. I almost always archive every single group that I'm part of, but like my family group is just there. I don't archive it. But if
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like a
there's
recent group that is like the group was created temporarily for some reason, maybe some event, I wouldn't archive
like,
it. I would like mute it. Just mute forever. I'll just put mute forever because I hate when I just keep getting notifications. Maybe the group gets busy and I just get. I'm like, yo, what the fuck's happening? So I'll just mute the group whenever I get the chance to actually open the group, then I can catch up. But and then once the whatever brought the group together ends, that means the group has died. But all those other groups, I just archive them. As soon as I'm added, bam, we're going straight to archive. So, Mr. Kure, for someone who's listening to this, someone who's overwhelmed. Oh, sorry, the game has ended, by the way. We're now we finished the game. Yeah, we've answered all those scenarios that I had. Um,
yeah.
yeah, so for someone who's listening to this who might be overwhelmed by their notifications, like myself, but is scared to disappear, what is your advice? Is the ghost mode worth it?
Yeah, it's very worth it, but you have to know that, okay, you would find a way to reach out to people that are very important to you through
Yeah,
another line.
definitely.
You don't have to do a 1 month. You can just start with like a 14 days. Like just start little and see the difference. And think to yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Like how often do people reach out to you through WhatsApp to give you a 50K, 20K job? Like how often does it happen? So
Yeah,
even though you are
yeah,
not online for a while, it take it from me like the world won't stop moving. You would come
yeah.
back and you will still meet the people. Anything that is very important, they can reach out to you differently for that. So you won't miss out on anything important, to be honest, unless you trade crypto and they used to send signals for you on it or something. So
I was about to say, if you are one person who's having their WhatsApp or having a number is going to like just give them access to a lot of opportunities. Perhaps having a separate business number would help as well.
exactly.
Yeah, because you do need to get money, bro. You gotta make money.
Why is necessary?
Yeah, very necessary. So, there you have it, dear listeners. The world will not end if you delete WhatsApp. In fact, the world might not even notice, which might be a good thing. Which might be a good thing, actually. It means you are free in a sense. Michael came back for the money, but he kept the peace. If you're listening to this, uh, let's put your phone down. Okay, no, first subscribe.
That's gross.
Subscribe,
Subscribe,
comment,
like, and subscribe.
then you can keep your phone down. Then come back next week and do the same thing. But for the meantime, you can keep your phone down. And go touch some grass, I don't know. Go and meet up.
Touch grass, touch grass.
Detox grass.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll catch you guys next time. Next week, Friday, hopefully. We won't be going
Take
any
care.
long hiatus anymore. And hopefully Aisha will summon Aisha. We'll go and do voodoo to bring back Aisha from whatever depths she
That
has
trouble song,
had
that
disappeared.
trouble song girl.
Yeah, that
I'll look for her.
girl.
I'll send my employees.
Michael is coming from you, Aisha. Better look out. Everybody else
out.
saying, "Oh, Aisha is where's Aisha?" I'm like, oh, Aisha disappeared. Well, what's the line from the Avatar? And wait, what?
And the road needed the most. No, you don't need her. Let her even rest. Tell her that me, I don't need her.
Well, she'll be listening to this. If she doesn't listen to this, oh my God, Aisha is a bad person. She doesn't even listen to the episodes when she's not.
Yeah, I already know that she's a bad. I already know she's a bad person. But I'll change her.
Oh, okay. Well, I have no comments to that. Anyways, bye once again. Catch you guys next week.
And take care.